Listen, we've been clamoring, we've been salivating, we've been waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks for this comic to be released, and it's finally out in the atmosphere. What am I talking about? I am talking about Invincible Universe Battle Beast #1. Yo, what are we waiting on? Roll that intro, cuz. Yeah. Yo, what's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy, Earth Smack the Mad Scientist, and welcome back to the Orange Phoenix Media Channel and another episode of Comic Book Declassified. Listen, I already know what you're about to say. It's been a little minute since you put out some comic book content, but look no further. We are back, and we got a whole slew of comics to cover, but we got to start off with one of the most highly anticipated releases in comic book history. We're talking about Battle Beast #1, pre-release, sold close to 400,000 copies, sold out, basically sold out to the point that there is now a second printing in motion that comes out in early June, and 3 new variant covers. Now, you might ask the question, yo, why Battle Beast is selling out like this? Now, if you've been hiding under a rock and you haven't been watching Invincible on Amazon Prime and you don't know who Battle Beast is, listen, we're going to talk about Battle Beast right here. But got something to show y'all. So, you remember I always tell you guys to go to your local comic book store, put stuff on your pull list, and encourage folks to read and everything else in between. And this is one of those reasons, because I was able to get my hands on the blind bag. You know what I'm saying? Blind bag of Battle Beast, obviously, along with the Invincible A cover. So now the blind bag, you might ask the question, what is a blind bag? So the blind bag is, especially with this comic, it may be a rare variant cover in there, and plus another issue that is not in public circulation. We don't know what's in that bag. Hence the term blind bag. Think of it as you got a set of baseball cards or football cards or baseball cards, and it's sealed, and you unseal it, and you might find yourself a rare, valuable card. That is what I'm getting at with that, because you might get some phenomenal artwork within this blind bag. Now, some people buy it just for collection purposes, and they never open the bag. And some people just get the blind bag because they want to get in that excitement of opening the bag and seeing what the heck is in there, right? So the question is, for me, am I going to open up that sealed blind bag? And the answer to that is, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Now, if you're asking me, did I read #1? Yes, I did read Battle Beast #1. Like, I'm gonna always read Battle Beast, and I already got that in my pull list as far as the entire series of Battle Beast, especially where the time period that it takes place, because it takes place after the events of his first appearance in the Amazon Prime series. Now, for those of you that don't know who Battle Beast is, Battle Beast is a walking, talking fade. Okay, he is Waffle House incarnate. You understand? So if you're an anime fan, to put in perspective, he is like Kenpachi Zaraki. He has a thirst for battle. He has an insatiable rage when it comes to battle. But that's all we know about Battle Beast, because we were introduced to him in the Amazon Prime series, and also introduced us to him in the Invincible comic book. We do know how the story ends there, but we don't know what makes this man tick. Why does he have an insatiable rage for fighting? And that is why this comic is right here. So let's jump into it. So Invincible Universe Battle Beast is written by Robert Kirkman. Artist is Ryan Otley. Annalisa Leone is the colorist. Russ Wooton is the letterer, with Sean McElweiss and Ben Abernathy as the editors. Andres Juarez is logo and publication design, and Jillian Crabb is production. Now, I want you guys to actually take notice to the covers, because there are several artists for several variant covers. So take your time and acknowledge these names and follow these names on Instagram and Threads and everything else, and show them your support, because there's 3 new variant covers that's coming out next month. I can't stress that enough, because Battle Beast is coming hot off the shelves. So jumping into this, it basically picks up where Battle Beast's first appearance left off. Now, the thing is about Battle Beast, he completely wrecked Earth, okay? Every hero, with the exception of one noticeable one, he was kind of bitch made with that, but he pretty much wrecked that entire floor, to the point that it pissed him off, to the point where, is this the best you can offer? I could kill you all with my bare hands, but it will prove nothing. I came for sport, this thrill of the hunt. I was told this realm offered fierce and worthy combatants. I was deceived. You have nothing to offer me. You have been a pathetic waste of my time. Today is not a good day. And with that, he leaves. Okay? So what I mean by a comparison to Kenpachi, like, if you're not really strong enough, typically he kind of like leaves you where you're at. But that's where the comparison actually stops. See, the difference is between Kenpachi and Battle Beast is that Kenpachi handicaps himself because he wants the battle to last a lot longer, because he knows he is strong. He knows what he's capable of doing. Yes, if you're strong, he's going to make a beeline for you. But with Battle Beast, he's not going to handicap himself. He's going to give you full strength. If you cannot handle it, that is on you. So to go further, he goes to his ship where he is extraordinarily PO'd. And he says, your tales of this earth were complete lies. There was no challenge to be offered, no test of my might. I encountered not one single being worthy of my power. Now, as he continued to talk cash code trash, you notice that on this ship is not really his ship. He took over this ship. He pretty much took out everyone that was on this ship. But there's this AI that actually speaks to Battle Beast as if he just was another person. He says, listen, I am this ship's computer. I have always been here. I was told to keep my presence a secret in case it provided an advantage in my crew's altercation with you. Now that they are long dead, I see no logical reason to remain silent. Now we find out what is the story of Battle Beast. Is he a good guy? Not so much. Is he a bad guy? Not so much. He is walking that gray area. It's depending on the situation. He might be a good guy or a bad guy. Like in one moment when he was first introduced to us on Invincible, the series, you might view him as a bad guy. But the second time you saw him, he was actually a good guy. It's basically the situation that he's in. So you find out that his real name is actually Thok, and he comes from the world of Dorn. He says it was a savage, untamed world. All we knew as a people was constant war. As I grew to fighting age, there was a rage that boiled within me. I was unable to contain it. In time, my strength grew to match my rage, and I viewed this bottomless well of fury as a gift. But as I brought peace to my world and the wars ended, my rage continued, even intensified. I realized it was a curse. I had to leave the utopia I had created so that my rage wouldn't destroy it. Now I travel the cosmos looking for a worthy opponent who can exhaust my rage, who can withstand the fury I've been unmatched to every battle I face. He goes on to say, I fear it is a journey without end. For all the time I have been traversing the stars, I have yet to find an opponent who offered any challenge at all. So the computer asked him, you're mad all the time and are always ready for a fight? Yes. So you just want to travel through space looking for the biggest and most brutal fights? Yes. And your goal here is to find an opponent powerful enough to test your might to the point that they actually beat you? Yes. Like, I am a vast database of the cosmos. I have access to countless data letters with endless information on the known universe. I could direct you to what would most likely be worthy opponents, but I am not sure I can be of service to you. Unfortunately, my programming prohibits me from deceiving living organic beings. The truth is, I was quite fond of the previous crew of this vessel. They were the closest thing I ever had to a family. So I am compelled by my programming to reveal to you that my end goal would be to find someone powerful enough to kill you. Now, from that standpoint, you learn the actual goal of Battle Beast. He says, well, computer, I am pleased to inform you that our goals are completely aligned. Death is the only release from this curse I can conceive of. I have grown too long for its cold embrace. So I implore you, my new artificial friend, take your best shot. So now we know the end goal of Battle Beast. The thing is, if you really think about Battle Beast as a character, this story is actually pretty tragic. Like, he saved his own home planet, but at the end of the day, there's a part of his brain that just cannot turn it off. He still has this insatiable rage to go fight. But the good nature about him is, I'm not going to bring war to my home planet just to satiate my rage and satiate my thirst for battle. I'm going to go off on my own and hopefully find someone that can cure this disease of rage that I do have. Now, when you think about it, it's kind of Shakespearean in a way, but he goes on this journey. He actually finds an opponent, and this opponent is Colossus of Imsu. Now, I did skip a few parts. Now, Colossus was trapped inside this wall. Now, you know how you kind of like see something like, think about the Sphinx in Egypt, right? How they always ask you riddles. If you don't answer the riddle right, you know, it's basically a trap. He eats you, stuff like that. So basically, Imsu was trying to imply sympathy from Battle Beast, but Battle Beast is not exactly dumb as a box of rocks. He actually releases Imsu from his prison, and to Imsu's surprise, Battle Beast jumps him. Okay, Battle Beast jumps on him. He's like, "Listen, I know your story, my boy. I didn't free you because you tricked me. I know your power, and I want it, all of it. Give it to me." Now, this throws Imsu off because Imsu gets his teeth broken, but it injures Battle Beast, but not to the point of incapacitation. But ultimately, you ought to know the end result of this. This is Battle Beast, okay? This is a walking, talking fade. Just like I said earlier, he is a walking Waffle House. Now, the end results is basically what you think it is. Come on, this is issue number 1, okay? Issue number 1 of Battle Beast. Like, you're going to start it off with Battle Beast taking an L? I don't think so. So, he actually comes out with a dub, but in this particular panel, he is introduced to a prince called Salaka, and Salaka tells him he's a Fantanian Empire prince, and Imsu was an enemy of his. Now, what's funny about it is, it looks like Imsu ate this man, okay? He ate him, but Battle Beast was the one who saved him. So Battle Beast actually brings Salaka to the ship, and to Salaka's surprise, all Battle Beast thinks of him as is food, because he tells the computer he's more food. It lives, will stay fresh longer. So Salaka might not last until issue number 2. Now, I will say I have skipped a good chunk of parts in Battle Beast number 1 because I know some of you guys may have yet to read Battle Beast. I'm so glad that he has a solo series, especially for Battle Beast fans, because I am a huge Battle Beast fan. And I will tell you, please, please, please put Battle Beast on your pull list. If you miss out on the first printing, listen, don't panic. It's cool. The second printing comes out with 3 new variant covers. Go ahead and put that on your pull list. Put the entire series on your pull list, because I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Now, if you're not really a physical book reader, you got the Kindle app. Download the Kindle app in Comixology and go ahead and download a digital copy of Battle Beast number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this show, this episode of Battle Beast number 1, a comic book declassified. So until next time, y'all, peace.